What's up, everybody?
Oh boy, oh boy.
Welcome to another episode of Perc Talk.
Man, at this point, it's number one. The first episode. What is happening?
Man, life be like
Look, you beat me to it. You was pushing 210 and I was at 90 beats.
Yep.
I sure was finna say, boy, this is just stuff is happening, man.
Yeah, life be like them, but you know
stuff is happening.
We here though. We here now.
Yeah,
and that's all that matters.
Strive, man.
So if you forgot who we were, my name's Sid. Will. I'm pointing and watching the camera to be the wrong way, but but yeah, it's been a minute on the back hash boys. It's been
But has it been since BCI?
Because okay, we full transparency. We recorded an episode.
Okay.
The second week of WGI, kind of talking about stuff, and due to miscommunication on my end, it never got put out.
And by the time we got to talk about it, it was like, yeah, that's old.
It was a week or two had already gone by, and so yeah,
it was like, yeah, that weekend is gone.
So that happened. I said that things be happening, and it be like that sometimes. But like I said, we here now, and we're gonna make some things. We're gonna talk about some stuff because there's been a lot that's happened this year. As of this recording, a lot of circuit championships have started. I know Indiana's done, and some other circuits are done. My circuit championships are this weekend.
Color Guard went this weekend, right?
Color Guard went this weekend. So shout out to my SCGC folks, Color Guard folks who had successful seasons.
Tri-States, both Tri-States. Tri-States season's done. Yep.
Yeah. You got a guard. I know this is Perc Talk, but you have a guard. How'd your guard did?
I know they got their classes. I think they got to go up against like Onyx 2 and them.
Oh, they are
IA.
Oh, the A.
The A. Yeah.
Oh, I thought Onyx's second guard would be open, but
from what I heard, I got to hear the announcements and I'm pretty sure the guy said Onyx for second place because they got third.
Okay.
The second guard, which got promoted this year, got fifth.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that one. But I'm pretty sure they got fifth. But I mean, you got promoted.
That part
from being an IRA.
So
that's good stuff, man. Both of those groups. Proud of them. Shows are amazing.
Yeah, they do 2 weekends. They do a semis weekend and then a finals weekend.
It's crazy.
So, what was the name of that group? I'm looking at the scores right now.
Talking about mine?
Yeah.
Meridian.
Independent A Meridian. They were third, so they're bronze medals. Onyx A was second.
Okay.
That's what. Okay, so they call it A. Onyx A. So yeah, but that's dope, man.
Hey, them classes ain't that bad. They did really well also at the regionals. I know at the last one they went to, they got second, and I think the first one they went to either fourth or third, one of the two. So they made some noise this year. So that's big time, and if I'm not mistaken, they should be going to finals. So,
well, good luck. That'll be coming up next week. Next weekend, spring break weekend. So I can actually watch it.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been able to do that. So
it's cutthroat, bro. I know this is the Perc Talk, but goodness, Color Guard, what is wrong with y'all? Bro, listen. Paramount. that show ain't even fair. And that's just one. Like your top, it's it's so crazy because we always say this for drumline and we always say this for drum core.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, bro, that top 5 to 6 now.
It's another level.
And it is. It's one of these things where I don't know if anybody kind of just has it handedly. I'm not sure because when they all get there and everybody from that west starts to see everybody and they start going head to head, man, it's gonna be tight. And I'm not even sure if, like I said, there is somebody that's just kind of got it because you always can feel sometimes. Oh yeah, this group got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whew, would not be a judge that day because whatever score you give, run after it's over.
He said, "How dare you give me a 96?" I'm sorry.
But no, y'all gotta. If you got flow marching, man, watch it, dude. Watch it. I'm trying to tell you. And Scholastic, don't trip on them either. Scholastic World.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's yeah. So I'm gonna have a good time next weekend, especially because I have the day off to actually sit and watch.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's get into um, some perk stuff. Like I said, we had championship weekend, championship circuit championships weeks have started. All the regionals are done, and usually after the last two regionals, you can kind of start to see, your tiers start to get a little bit lined up, a little bit more. You kind of see who's battling for what spots.
Mm-hmm.
Before we kind of get into like specific groups or anything like that, is there any kind of overarching um, thoughts you have about the season so far, like with what you've seen from folks?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
Well, okay, so like for me, there are some groups that are just really going after it,
okay,
and I think we're starting to see a a little bit of a spread of talent, not only
mm-hmm.
talent wise as far as hands is concerned, but design that's concerned, starting to open up a little bit. And I
Yeah.
really think, the gap between 1 through 10 and like 10 through 15 or 10 through 20 is starting to shrink a little bit.
It is. Cause we're starting. I know I'm seeing more 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm finally seeing more groups from states that are big, but usually haven't made big impacts yet in WGI.
Are you
If you
talking
want
about
to,
Texas?
like, yeah, as the main, like Texas has been pissed at everybody for I don't know how long now. Uh,
Well, their
and
scholastic game started to come up with Centennial Burleson
Burleson, yeah,
and yeah, Burleson Centennial. Sorry, I said that backwards. Clearbrook.
good, yeah.
Their presence is starting. Not that they've never been good; they've always been good. But like it seems like they're starting to creep up now.
And that's what I mean, like cracking that mold, that top five, that what we would consider the same old same, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you see and starting to see these new faces creep up, and it's one of those things. It's like, man, y'all gonna have to stop blinking, and y'all gonna
Mm-hmm.
have to stop doing whatever you thought was getting you there, because these groups, man, they have finally figured some things out, and I finally think, in some retrospect, that judges are finally giving it to them.
Yeah. Well, the styles start to blend together a little bit. You
Yep.
imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. So like
Mm-hmm.
when designers are starting to go to these different states, Um, our buddy Terry used to talk about this. He says, everybody has a thing that they're kind of a specialist at. California's got their thing. Texas has their thing. The Midwest has their thing. The South is starting to have um, develop a personality and identity in the way that they perform and design shows. And then you got your northeast kind of groups to do that too. But now these folks that designed in these areas for so long, they're starting to move out of that region, but that they're not changing. They're just taking what they do and putting it, in a different spot. So now you're seeing these groups are doing. You see Texas groups that are doing what California groups are doing. You see South groups that are doing what the Midwest groups are doing. So all that's it's starting to meld together, and now it's who's doing their their thing the best.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, go ahead.
No, I was finna make a joke. I was just finna be like, it's basically percussion just adopted the NIL. Now everybody get love. Now you know what I'm saying?
There's a thing. that is a thing. They could. I mean, but the fact is, though, they're not paying. They're not getting paid. They're paying.
Right. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, I've there was a meme that went around like this dude has marched their third or fourth, independent world line. It's like,
yeah,
hey man, different experiences.
A lot of people were doing that for a while, man. People would bounce back and forth between groups, and I never broke down and figure out, deep meanings or reasonings for doing that.
Yeah.
The best I could even say, just everybody's gonna be a different experience, but
So
you get that consistency, boy.
Yeah, and that's all. That's a big part of it is having a consistent team there that knows the system, knows the culture. That way, the kids know the system and know the culture when they get into it. Because kids don't like surprises. Like they don't do well with lack of routine and things of that nature. Like they like to know what they're getting themselves into day in and day out. Minute to minute, hour to hour. So when you start to get that consistency and trust, man, you can do some things.
Mm-hmm.
So we can talk a little bit about some classes, what we see so far, and some things of that nature. So I'm actually going to start with Scholastic because we talked about kind of the regional thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of how I'm looking at it, like that is you can kind of see it in the top 15 if according to drum rank. So this is according to drum rank. Shows through Saturday the 28th. That's what these numbers are going for. So right now, and I'll say I might need help with a couple of these states, but Chino Hills ranked number 1 right now, California. Avon second, Indiana.
Indy,
Burleson Centennial,
Texas.
third is Texas. Vista Marietta, who has come out of nowhere.
Boy, and that show is lovely.
My cousin
show's good, man.
My cousin sent me a clip of them in the warm-ups or something, and she was like, I figured you would like this. Like, yeah, this is legit. This is some good stuff. You got Center Grove out of Indiana, I believe. Clearbrook out of Texas. Software out of Texas. So there you go. 3 out of your top 7 are from Texas right now. Ayala, California. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. James Logan, Texas. Buchanan, I don't know anything about them. I'd have to look that one up.
Buchanan High School.
Arcadia, California. Bridgeland, Texas. Saratoga, I would assume would be Florida, but I don't know. I could be wrong. And then Fishers in Indiana. So that's your top 15. So the love is starting to get spread a little bit.
Says California.
Okay, California.
Buchanan.
Have to check them out. Because I hadn't. That's one I hadn't seen or heard of.
No, I ain't either. See what I'm saying? It's like these groups popping their heads out and
I'm
just
sorry, James Logan
figuring
is
it out.
Texas. It's California. I misspoke. James Logan is California. But yeah, it's 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 spreading, which is good. It's good. Because there's good drumming happening everywhere, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Brownsburg is close, out of Indiana. This Carroll High School just got bumped, I think, last week to where they're out of Indiana. And then Buchanan's out of California. We talked about that. So there is Saratoga's out of California as well.
Mm.
So I knew there was a Saratoga, Florida, but I didn't know there was
It's, man, it makes me wonder, like, it's real interesting, and sometimes I always want to talk to staff people, being in a staff position, and just, what are y'all's finance, like, list or routines? Like, what do you do to be able to do this year in and year out to make it to these states? Because you think about it, because there, and the reason why I'm thinking about it like this is because I'm up here and I'm slowly learning in the Washington, Seattle area, uh, and there are some sleepers up here. I like to call them. You know what I mean? And and it's like, yes, we're further. Maybe I'd have to map that if we're further than Cali, to be honest, because we're all going to the middle, right? So
yeah.
I wonder if we by a couple miles here and there or whatever. But the point is, it's like we basically come from the same side, and like I know Kamiak will do something similar to like what who is that down in Florida? I forgot. I just now forgot the school's name. Always the Tarpon Springs.
Tarpon Springs.
Like they do an on and off type of year thing, right? BOA 1 year, WGI 1 year, BOA, like a kind of a on and off deal, and it's just interesting to see. It's like what kind of budget y'all have to make sure that this happens every year.
So I was talking. This
Because man,
kind of
it's far, man.
this is for California.
Because the semis got to drive.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy from Kent McKinney, one of the groups we were going against over up there. We were just talking about stuff, and we got to talking about Ayala because they're a concert group, and and they're like, yeah, they're bringing their concert group, and then the marching group, and all the groups go, and it's crazy. And Fishers is the same way in Indiana, but they don't have to go as far as California. Right. Anyway, so he said, and I hope I get this right. So if anybody from California is listening to this, but he says that the state earmarks a budget that is strictly to be used for the fine arts.
Wow.
So part of their state budget for education is earmarked strictly for fine arts. So he said, I think he said that like a school in California, depending on obviously the school and the makeup of the school and all that stuff, but a school may get like $1 million for the school year, and that's it has to be used on the fine arts.
Right.
So like, if they split that amongst things, it may cost them $80,000 from California to make it,
right,
there, but they have that money earmarked. So I would assume with between fees and then that money earmarked, I'm sure
right.
it makes
now
it
that makes
easier.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it perfect.
Well, and
So
that's the
that's got to
thing.
be by state then.
Yeah, it's
Like
honestly it's your state. It's
right,
if
okay.
your state like Texas, they value the arts. So like I don't know if their state mandates that their school gives X amount of money to the fine arts. I don't know if that's a thing there, but their school districts are really big on it because what's big in Texas? Football.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
was about
if
to
you
say
and if you've ever seen a Texas high school football stadium, some
Jesus.
of them rival college,
No, like
small
for
college
real.
stadiums. So because of
I see.
that, and I tell the kids this because they'll ask me why we got to march in the parade. And I'm like, where are the couple reasons? But because of that, they want if they're going to have these stadiums, then they want it packed out. And part of the experience of a great football game is the atmosphere, and the bands are part of the atmosphere. So they will pour funds into the band department or the arts department in general. They won't get choirs, they won't get everything there. So because they use their money for those type of things, that's where you get that success in California and Texas. Now, when you get to places like Indiana and Ohio, that money's in pockets.
Hmm.
It's not in the whole state. So like we may see, Caramel, Fishers,
Mm-hmm.
Avon,
Avon, yeah.
Greenwood, all of those guys are man, those guys are dope. But that's those schools they are getting the money. Like we went to that regional was at Franklin Central, and I said, how many kids y'all got? I asked the parent, I was like, how many kids go to school here? Because they were in the middle of renovation. I don't know how they held a contest there in the renovation, but kudos to them. And then she was like 3,500. I was like 3.5 times the school that I teach at. And she's like, yeah, we're one of the
3,500.
and she's like, yeah, we're one of the compared to the big dogs, we're smaller and a little bit on the socioeconomic thing too.
That's it.
So like it's the school district too. It's and you can just see it in Warren County, where I teach, where there's 4 high schools plus the city school. Those lines, that they draw to
Mm-hmm.
put kids where they want to put them,
Yeah, yeah.
it's it, you know now you can do great things anywhere you go, but you have to be able to deal with the hand that you're dealt. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's insanity. So Avon's just got like
yeah,
top level
and
finance people.
yeah,
What?
and it was crazy
Because it's
because
every year though.
Carmel too. Like it's crazy because that regional was the same weekend as the percussion regional. So in a like 15-20 minute radius was 2 major regionals, WGI regionals, one for
Yeah.
percussion and one for guard.
Well, yeah. I flip back and forth between them.
So you talk about the financial part of it, like that pocket, that little area of Indiana, right outside of Indianapolis, was booming because you had 50 groups at the percussion regional. I'm sure there was
Yeah.
probably 50 at the Avon regional.
Yeah.
So most of these groups got to have hotels, and most of them are 2 night stays.
Pouring in. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a thing. And I think WGI. I like the classification system because you might have that money, but if you don't know how to use it,
Mm,
you're A class. Like if you don't know how to
yeah.
design or you don't know how to use props, you can't hire a
Yeah.
good arranger, you're gonna be A class because that's
Yeah.
where those things go. But like if you're using your funds and if you come out looking like $1 million and you try to play like you got $1 million, no matter whether you play it well or not, if you look like $1 million and your book has the potential to sound like it, you're not gonna be in A class. You're gonna be in open world.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they do a really good job of balancing that out.
Because I for sure I can't call Avon percussion yet, but that show is nice.
Hmm
I ain't mad at that show at all.
I took a few notes when I was at that regional because I was like, I'm going to talk about it. Um, so Brownsburg, I didn't catch the title, but they did a lot of the show was about like overthinking,
Mm.
and how that works with the brain. They had black and white uniforms, so they did some stuff where they uh, was on one side or the other. Um, it was pretty cool. It made me think because I'm a big psychology person. I like figuring out how the mind works. So I thought that was pretty dope. Fisher Show Primal. Um, I just, I, for me, I need whoever's doing their concert group to do, if they're not already doing it,
To do the
do
marching
the
group.
marching.
Yeah.
Because it was, I mean, it was good. It was
I
fun, but
because I look, I said it, and it's you always hate when if you speak any percentage of negativity to anything,
mhm,
and it's never a jab or something like that. It's just seeing and calling it what you see.
mhm,
And when I seen Fisher Show, I was like, okay, again, not mad at it, but man, Fisher's, I don't know if this is enough.
yeah,
And I was like, and it worried me because I was like, man, Fish, this is gonna be tough for y'all this year.
yeah.
And
And they're holding
it's
on. I mean, they're in the
yeah,
final spot for now.
for now, but still, like I said, man, a lot of stuff starts changing when you start seeing people head to head.
Mhm.
And man,
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Center Grove did a show called Out of the Ordinary.
mhm,
It was cool. They had the art background in the back, and then they opener with Bach, which was super
mhm,
dope. They did a lot of they did a lot of Bach music. Um, uh, they did the 2-part invention, and that was a super dope one. But I really was digging the music. Had some features towards the closer, putting the musicians in frames, which we have seen that before. But I think what we're getting at now is because we've been doing this a long time. We've seen a lot of shows now. It's
yeah,
hard to when you have a concept. It's like, okay, you got this concept, but how are you going to do it different than it's been done before?
exactly.
And so we've
That's the
seen
part.
the frames before, but I think this putting it in relation to like art and being extraordinary, or not out of ordinary. I think that was a smart play in her book. So, like I really loved the music, like the whole Bach, but it was Bach, but they modernized it, and it was
Hmm.
super dope. So, and it made sense. Bach was out of the ordinary. He was not status quo for his time.
Hmm.
So that made sense. So I really enjoyed Center Grove when I saw it. And then Avon, what you ain't finna do is do a tuning fork split.
Listen,
They always find a
listen,
way to use
listen.
their props.
Now you see why I said what? Because I sit there, and they even made me mad with the last tuning fork note sound at the end of the show. I
Yeah.
was like, Avon, get off the floor. I was like, this thing do nothing but make me. I was like, because I'm sitting here listening to this. I was like, and I said it. I said, leave it to Avon to find. Probably, I was like, I wouldn't doubt that these are real.
Yeah.
Each, they probably are real and make real sounds, but
No, it was smart. It was so
it's
smart.
so good.
They're really really good
They
at the prop manipulation,
yeah,
playing, using the prop, not just as a visual thing, but as a musical thing too. I was
yeah,
wondering when it was coming. I was like, it's coming. I know it's
yeah,
coming,
it is, yeah.
but they make you wait for it. But
And it don't matter, man. Whoever you go up against them, they gonna make you play.
oh yeah,
You
yeah,
gonna have to play against them. So
yeah. You better be
and I
clean.
and it because it's one of those things like okay, yeah, you look at the drum rate stuff and whatnot, but at the end of the day, man, listen. When this start, I'm ready to see what that lineup's gonna look like and who's in what round and whatnot.
Well, I can talk.
It,
We can talk about that for a little bit if you'd like.
is it up
It
already?
is up, man. The
Yeah, yeah. Hit that. Hit
schedule is
that.
posted. I'm already on it.
Hit
So
that real tight.
round one, um, broken in half. So here's your order. You have Center Grove, which I talked about, strong show. James Logan, Milton out of Georgia, Fishers, Walt Lake, Mount Juliet combined, and Franklin Central. Then a break. After that break, it's Burleson and Centennial, Vista Marietta, Broken Arrow, back to back to back. Oh, and then let's add Adawanda to that, Greenwood, Ayala, and Bridgeland to close out round one. Yeah. So you're gonna learn a lot between Burleson and Vista. It'd be interesting to see where they stand because Ayala comes on a little after that. If I was to give it to somebody right
that's
now,
kind of tough right now because I'm gonna say Vista because I think they've already tapped Ayala in the West.
yeah.
I think.
So
And
my top three would be probably Vista, Burleson. They'll probably come out of that second half of that first round. Center Grove going on first, they may hold numbers a little bit.
yeah, that's gonna be the set.
But they'll win. I think even going on first, they should win that half of that round. I probably would put them third or fourth in the top in that first break. In lunch, round two, we got Foothill out of Nevada, Fairlawn out of New Jersey, Clearbrook, Dorman, Avon, and Brownsburg. So you got Clearbrook and Avon in the first half of round two. And then second half, after the lunch break, or after the break, Arcadia, Kerr High School, Buchanan, Chino Hills, Cy-Fair, Homestead, and Saratoga. So it looks like putting Chino Hills, Cy-Fair right by each other.
Y'all about to say don't sleep on Arcadia either.
Yeah. So kind of spread out that is.
I'm gonna have to give obviously Chino that one. Maybe Arcadia or maybe Avon next.
So what they do is they will take, well, in the independent world, they take the top 20 regardless of round. They probably do that in the Scholastic world too. So the top 20 scores, regardless of round, will compete the next day. So if you go by gym rank right now, the rest rounding out the top 20 would be Etowah at 6. Etowanda at 16, Dorman at 17, Wall Lake at 18, Brownsburg at 19, and then Foothill would be 20th. Closing out that. And that's with, like I said, Greenwood and Curl both getting promoted, sitting in the 24-25 range. So yeah, so Scholastic World, especially towards the top end of that, could get pretty interesting. I don't see a front runner. I really don't. I know Chino Hills is ahead by a point, but I like you said, I think that's those top 5 or 6 are going to be closer than people think.
To me, I kind of have a feeling Chino's going to take it this year. Chino Hills, because people like to say Chino Hills. They don't like whatever. I'm from Kentucky, but I feel like Chino might have it this time. My issue that I've had with Ayala is it's so much happening on the floor. And what worries me with them the most is can they clean all that? And just golly, bro, they got to be the biggest Scholastic world line this year. It's just kids everywhere, and I love the show, but when I'm watching it, I'm sitting here like, bro, this is gonna be tough to clean, y'all, because y'all everywhere. There's probably not a corner of this floor that you ain't using, and the front's pass in the end, and it's just whoo. So and I say that only reason why I do that because Al is the defending champ, so that's why I give him all that, because like we said earlier, man, look, Vista, Burlesque, there's another one. Didn't Burlesque get beat at the Texas regional? Was it? Am I mistaken on that? Bridgeland? No, Bridgeland got beat by Burles, right?
Let me see. Yeah,
Because wasn't Bridgeland second last year?
I think so.
So look, man. And then you throw Vista in there with Arcadia and Avon. Man, get out of here.
Yeah, Scholastic's going to be something to look for sure, for sure. All right. So we can talk about some independent world too. Did you know that's
boy.
a thing?
Oh boy.
um. So right now in rankings, like I said, none of this is official rankings. I think everybody knows this.
Yeah.
The scores based off places scores. So right now Rhythm X is on top with a 96.1. That's super high. RCC second, Post is third. I'm assuming that's head to head. They're the
I'm
same
pretty
date,
sure it is.
so
I
that's a
think it
point.
was because RCC won the regional,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they did it. They had another circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Am I tripping about that?
Probably, yeah, because their circuit championships are typically not until after World Championships.
Yeah. Okay,
Typically,
so I think New York is like that too, ain't they?
somebody is. Can't remember. So you got Post third, but that's a point gap, which is kind of huge for them.
Yeah.
Um, and then Music City's actually fourth right now.
Let's go. Let's go. I
Um,
was gonna scream.
so hey, that's
I'm proud of my old little man.
Hey,
Look,
listen, they are doing well. They are
look,
doing
it's
good
nice.
things.
It's nice. It's not extravagant. Let's not go there. We won't do all that. But the show, man, it's clear
Yeah,
they've got new stuff or new people in there.
yeah.
It is clear, and this book is fun
They listen when you're
because that
beating
ballad is nice.
when you're beating X in music head to head.
That's
That's saying
listen.
something.
I've been trying to tell some folks
So
because
we'll
I
see.
said, dude, I was like, y'all. I was like, I don't think some folks are either really listening or analyzing enough. Because when you really look down and look at that book, bro, now I get who wrote it. We all know that. But I'm talking front to back too. Because like I said, man, that if there was ever a fantastic example of less is more, and I'm not even saying that they are doing less because some of that Marima book and that ballad is insane. But that ballad, dog, when they hit the double octave spread for the last note, get out of here. Get out of here. It's a good show, man. It's
It's
good.
in fourth, and then it gets better because George Mason is
That's
in
what I'm saying.
fifth.
Look, what is happening? Look, I want it to happen. I want this to happen. Like, I hope when this gets head because we got the lineup, but
If they are scoring that well,
they did what they needed to do from last year, which was clean the
play
book.
better. Yeah,
That's what it was, because that's what all that to me. That's what the only issue was last year, in my opinion.
If George Mason beats Broken City, which is in sixth right now,
my God,
Dayton Arena will cease to exist.
They gonna spear bomb.
It is. The only thing that can make that even better is if the Simpsons do an episode about Drumline and George.
Listen, I'm gonna lose.
You know the Simpsons. You know the Simpsons.
If they catch wind of it, that's all I got.
That's boy.
That would be insanity.
So
Because funny, because what's hilarious is it gives so much attention to George Mason, but you know what it just did? It just gave wind to the marching arts.
yeah,
That's us now.
yeah.
That's all of us. Like, come on, y'all. That's mainstream television. Whatever.
So
Get out
I,
of here.
hey,
Get out of here.
Juju, get out there. Broken City City 6, Infinity 7th, Matrix 8th. I saw Matrix. I don't hate it. It's a lot.
I don't
It
hate
is a
it either.
lot.
It's please, Matrix. Just one. You know, do I ain't even gonna say it. Never
That's
mind.
it. You know what you're gonna say. Red Line 9th. I didn't hate that either. I really
Listen,
liked it. I
listen.
really
The
liked it.
folks is mad, boy. These folks is mad this year, bro, and I'm here for every bit of this.
I took some notes on Red Line. Their show was called Beneath the Facade.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you hear the bolero theme throughout the
Yeah,
entire kind of deal, but they just turn things on their head, man. It's just like you think it's this, but then they get into it and they just morph it into something completely different. And it's super dope. And then they end the show with Carmen. It was I
I
was
hope they bust 90. I'm sure they will. I think they probably
they'll
got to give them 90,
they'll break 90. They'll
and
break 90.
because
It's good. It's really
it's
good.
so good.
It's
Like,
good.
where have y'all been, bro?
I think if and we'll talk about it, but those top three, they're the top three. And it's you just looked at those shows of like, that's just another level.
It is.
It's just another level. And it's just like, all right, who's gonna bring it finals night? That's all that is.
Mm-hmm.
Between those three. Rhythmic Force, we talked about them out of Texas, sitting in the 10th spot. That's huge for them, man.
That show's
Huge
so
for them.
cool. That show's so cool.
Huge for them. Atlanta Quest, 11.
Like, hello.
Let's go.
Nice to meet you again, Atlanta.
United.
Remember,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what was his name? Anye or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Or something. Remember when they were all marching that year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
I need that Atlanta Quest. Bring them boys back, boy. This is the Atlanta Quest we've been waiting for.
things are happening. United 12. Cap City 13. Wasn't mad at that show.
Cool.
I got to see that.
I literally just said, I was like, that show cool.
And then PAL 14, Dark Sky 15. So I mean, a lot of good stuff happening, and then like not out of the runs for final spot. NBI, Minnesota Brass, Red Wave, Impact, Vigilantes, Blue Knights. That's your top 20. You got Kaizen who got promoted earlier in the year, sitting 26, right behind Strike. Meraki doing well. So like, I mean, it's a lot of really good stuff. Audio Theater, I know they're sitting 29th right now, but it's a better product.
That show was cool, man.
It is.
The first time I sat there and watched it, I said, all right, I ain't seen this. Let me pay attention. I was like, Audio Theater, this is good. And I was talking to a former Audio Theater member and talking to him, and I was telling him, I was like, dude, I think this is the hardest book I've seen them play, front to back.
Yeah.
And I said, they need to stay on this path. Yeah. Whatever happened and whatever's going on there, because it's been a minute since I talked to any of those folks, but stay there, because this is it. This is good. And just honorably mention, man, because you find this a lot of times, man. We always talk about, what is DCI top 12?
15. Oh, 12. Yeah, DCI top 12.
And
yeah.
So you got DCI top 12, 15 here for WGI and stuff like that. And we always talk about those groups, man. But the shows up under these sometimes, man, they just be hitting. It's like, what was it, 2 years ago? Spirit did that show. Oh. And all of us was going nuts over it, the opener and stuff. See, and it be shows like that, but yeah, they not getting up there, but they so worth mentioning. You know what I'm saying? Like mentioning Audio Theater. I like Meraki's show too. And Connection show, I dig it. You know what I'm saying? I was telling you that one time, that's the smoothest I seen them move them props across that line. I was like, y'all trying to be scouts. But that show's cool. So look, man, have your favorites, man, but take time, enjoy some of it, get to see some of these shows down here, man, because They're good, dude.
Yep.
It's
So
just a tough sport.
yeah. So real quick,
Golly.
I'll run down the order. Um, and we may talk about this again. We may do like a preview show. But the order for prelims, you have Impact, and this is round one, first half. Impact, Ross, Flux, RCC,
Oh my god.
Matrix, Red Wave, Cap City, and Civitas. So right off the bat, RCC and
Like, why
probably
would y'all do that?
Gap, and then Matrix. Mm. And then the second half of that round is George Mason, Monarch, MBI, Kaizen, Strike, Broken City, Rhythmic Force, Redline. So Rhythmic Force could make some waves if they can, look kind of compared to Broken City a little bit. George Mason going on lead off the block could be strong for them.
Yeah, Rhythmic Force and Redline might
Yeah,
try to battle
that'll
each
be a
other
good head-to-head matchup. So those bottom three,
because it
uh,
looks like it could be RCC,
Broken.
maybe. I mean George Mason.
George Mason, yeah.
I mean
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
George
George
Mason,
Mason,
Broken City,
Broken top three, and then
one or
Rhythmic Force and Redline 4-5.
Redline 4-5.
Matrix, or
Matrix,
Matrix
yeah,
up there too. So
Matrix
four,
be
five,
right there
six.
after. Yeah, that's your 6.
Yeah. So
Woo.
all right. Round two. Instinct, Dark Sky,
They
Infinity.
did it again. Rhythm
Huh?
X. Like I was saying, Rhythm
Oh,
X
they
going on
did.
saying like yeah,
So
like RCCD.
RCC, Rhythm X, Atlantic Quest, Post, United, and Blue Knights. So the first half of that, X, Infinity, Pulse,
Yeah.
those three for sure. Atlanta needs to do enough to not get lost in the mix there.
Mm-hmm.
It break, and then you have Infinity 2, Resistance, Vigilantes, Connexus, Audio Theater, Pow, Meraki, and then Mystique.
Mystique, what are y'all doing going on last? Look
They
at
go
y'all.
on last.
Mystique was on that click button. He was counting them numbers
Yeah.
down. And
It's, so that's what you hope for them is though that number doesn't get pulled down too far in the second half of that second round,
yeah,
and then kind of exert some dominance over that second round, put a gap between them.
because what
Who would be second in there
in the second round,
in the second
second,
half of the second
and
round?
in the second half of the second round, more than
Yeah,
likely, Pal.
yeah.
It'd be Mystique, Pal, probably. I would say Baraki,
Maybe
and then maybe Connexus. That's 4.
it's four. So yeah, so interesting draw there. A lot of the front
Because
second
I'm
round is front loaded a little bit.
because yeah, round 2 is actually worse than round 1. But I want to say it because of where everybody's going or when everybody's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm wondering because you already know judges are gonna be like, look, y'all, Mystique coming last, and you already know Rhythm X gonna set the score.
Yeah.
Pulse is going to have to match it, and then Atlantic Quest has got to stay in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Infinity is what I've said about them all season. I said Infinity's probably got one of the hardest shows out.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, and they just got to clean it. I like it. It's very ballsy, but I'm sitting here, and every time I watch it, I'm like, y'all, this is insanely tough.
Yeah.
So their thing is clean, clean, and clean, clean. Don't you add nothing. Clean this. You know what I'm saying? So that you got all that, and then you get, hate to say it, but you get this long braid, and you just kind of place them. Then you got to put Mystique in that.
Yeah.
And Mystique already went head to head with Infinity, so there's that.
Yep.
So the judges, man, whew, that's why I said that I think the second round is worse.
Mm-hmm.
I want none of that.
Nope.
I'll get y'all some water. Somebody thirsty.
You know who I want to be. Like, if I'm judging, I want to be the overall commentary guy, where I can just be a fan.
Yeah. Like, man, that was so cool.
We got we got we the past 2 years, especially we went to Indy. They did a overall commentary guy for finals, and he was just our biggest fan. It was like
Just
it was, and
grin ear to ear.
I didn't listen to it until I listened to it with the kids. And he said a lot of cool stuff, and the kids are just like, dang. I was like, I wish he was giving us a number. I was like,
You know,
yeah.
you ain't got no
So,
pressure.
no, you can
So
literally say what you want. You can be a
just
fan.
just go at it.
So it's pretty dope. So yeah, so it's a lot of stuff in there. Like I said, we could talk about open class and A class and concert
Oh my
class,
gosh, dude, it's too
but
much.
it's a lot, man. It's a
It's too
lot.
much.
But it's a lot of really really good stuff happening, and but we might do a preview episode. I don't know. We might predict the stuff, and then of course I can't do a live. Um, if Will wants to do a live by himself, he could.
I mean, maybe we'll see.
Y'all keep Will company.
Yo,
I can chime in live from Dayton Arena.
just,
Like, oh my God, it's amazing here.
dude, just get a selfie stick and
Make sure have 3 power banks. Make sure everything's charged.
You know what I'm saying? Give us a.
Like, are you recording? No, I'm not recording. I'm doing a podcast live.
No, there's a huge difference.
Difference.
Not the same.
They can't see nothing.
Like, golly.
Can they hear it? Maybe. I don't know. Check the live feed.
Just videotape you doing the pad.
Yeah.
Just turning stuff up for no reason. Turn it back down.
Shoot, I tell the kids all the time, I was like, I don't ever get to watch the show. I'll never know what you guys are.
Like, I don't know what y'all doing.
I don't know what you look like.
Hey.
I'll just hear somebody laughing every now and then. I was like, all right, somebody did something funny. I don't know what they did. Back in here. Oh, that's way too loud.
That was me. That year I was with Grayson County. I did the pad, those shows, and I was like, oh.
It was
how y'all feel?
Yeah, that's what I have every single time. I was like, fuck it. Like, Indy, and the only reason why I got to watch the shows at Indy is because I left the iPad in Bowling Green.
Mm-hmm. See?
And they're like, well, how'd you feel? I'm like, how'd you feel? I didn't play. Yeah.
Hey, me out there.
I was like, I looked at it like, okay, you're 13, 14, 15-year-old kids, and you did this. So, yay. You did it.
All right.
None broke.
We all still alive.
Yeah. So, but yeah, let us in the comments. Let us know what you thought about the season so far. Also, let us know. We're gonna have a little bit of time for reacts before. So if you want us to react to somebody before, and it don't have to be one of the big dogs. It could be your school. If you got a group that's going to WGI or
that'd be even
finished up their circuit show, put it down in the comments below. We'll watch it, give you some feedback and stuff like that. I got spring break coming up, so like I'll have some time. So like I'm gonna be calling Will at like 8 a.m, which is 6 time. Like, get up, you're doing a react.
First of all,
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be sleep on the mic.
Yeah, where do you want to? Like, okay, dang, okay. But yeah, so let us know below what you want us to. If there's some groups you want us to look at. Like I said, non-scholastic, independent, concert. We'll look at wins groups on a Perc.
I was about to say something about these wins groups because, first of all,
Strike,
which y'all not finna do.
Avon, and
it's like, are you kidding? Obsidian,
yes, dude, out of SCGC, man. I don't know who. Somebody down there, somebody doing something. Things are getting taught.
Because I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So, like always, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You can also listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So, like, lots of folks you can find. Sorry it's been so long, but it be like that sometimes. But we here. We've always been here. We ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. So, Will, you got any last comments?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I know y'all's bracket is best, dude.
Oh yeah, talking about basketball.
Let me quit.
Yeah.
I quit.
Yeah.
boy. Whew,
Yeah, it's some games.
that's gonna be these scores this year again.
And well, and that may be some things in WGI too. You may see some upsets.
Final seconds upsets, boy. Somebody listen.
Never know.
Your toe was over the line.
Like I know drum rank is a thing, but man, sometimes where you enter is not where you finish.
I promise you. I promise you.
You still got to bring it. So for Will, my name is Ted. It's been another episode of Perc Talk with the On That Back Hash fellas. We'll be back soon. And yeah, y'all take care. Go watch some drums, man.
For real.
Yeah, it's some good stuff happening. So we out of here. Peace.
Well, holla.